All right, this is what good boys do. They did power steering work. They were bleeding it out. So Jonathan's topping it off. Marino's in here turning the wheel back and forth. If you wanted and you were solo, you could top it off and you could come over and just manhandle the tire, right? And just like crank it this way and then push it this way, like what I'm doing with right here. Crank it this way. Ooh. It's a little tough on this big old girl. Go back and forth. As you do that, it's actually pushing air out. And you can see it's probably still, so we could top it off a little more. Every time he cranks the wheel, you'll see it, the fluid is going to fluctuate a little bit. You can actually see that right now. That's good. You might need a little bit more. All right, and then at this point, this is the important part. I want to look at that level. All right, Marino, steer straight ahead. Good right there, so. And then I want you to start it up. Everybody's clear? Let it run for a minute. Turn it back and forth a few times. And then when he hits the lock, you guys can hear how it strains. Don't leave it there too long. Well, there it is, squirt in. Alright, center it. And then this is the critical point. I'm going to have you shut it off. Alright, that fluid pretty much stayed where it was supposed to. So the reason we looked at that is if the fluid level's down here and you shut it off and it rises more than 5 millimeters, that means there's air still in the system. You'd have to keep trying to bleed it. Or I had another video where we hooked up a vacuum bleeder to it. But when you shut it off, your fluid stayed pretty much the same. So we got basically all the air out, so that's good. We're just going to top it off and we're good to go.